Hey, hello, my most amazing artists. We are going to be making some color wheel spider webs today. So I am going to show you how we're going to do that. The first thing we need, though, is a square piece of paper. And this piece of paper is not square. This piece of paper is a rectangle. Now, a square is a type of rectangle, but all four sides are the same. And as you can see, these four sides are not the same. Two are longer, two are shorter. So to solve this problem, I'm going to take this corner of my paper and I'm going to fold it down to the bottom of this paper so that we make a triangle. Now, when we're finished, we'll have a little strip here that we do not need. So this is probably going to be the most challenging part of this lesson today, but I know you can do it. So we're going to take this corner, we are going to fold it down to the edge. Now, I'm noticing if I go too far, right, then that's not going to work because I've gone past the edge of my paper. So bring it right to the edge of your paper and make sure that the rest of your paper lines up. Okay, hopefully you can see that well. So we want a point on this end and we want these two edges to be straight. Now see how that line's completely disappeared? My paper is completely in line. I'm going to place it on my table and I'm going to crease it with my hand. Now, if yours came out a little uneven, even just a little bit, not a worry, okay? So when I turn this back over, and it's hard to see, there is a line here, right? I have this extra piece of paper that I don't need. So you can either just take a pair of scissors and cut this piece off, or you could fold this piece this way, or you could fold it back. I'm going to fold mine back to line up with the edge of my triangle. And just crease it with my thumb or my finger a couple of times. So now I can easily see that piece that needs to be cut off. And I can cut it with my scissors. Mrs. Arcelay is going to fold it twice. I'm going to press it with my finger and really use my nail to make a nice sharp crease. And I'm going to just tear mine. So again, friends, you have a choice. You decide what you're comfortable with. I made a little tear at the top here. And I'm going to put some pressure and I'm going to just tear that piece off. Ta-da! Now, if this is hard for you, grab a pair of scissors and just cut that bottom piece off so that you now have a triangle, which when we open will be a square. Awesome. Now to make our spider webs, we're going to fold again. So we have a nice big crease all the way down the center of our paper, and I'm going to fold my paper, close it back up, and I'm going to fold again so that my points, you can see this different ways, match up. So just point to point, bring your finger down the crease, and bring your finger over. Now I have a smaller triangle. Now you could fold this one more time, but I think that you can do this without needing to fold that a second time. So now you'll notice, and it's very hard to see at this camera, that I have an X shape, right, in a fold on my paper. So I'm going to use that to make my spider web. So let's just go right ahead and take our marker or a black marker, Sharpie, crayon, colored pencil, anything you want, just I ask that it be black so that it stands out. So I'm going to use my Sharpie and I'm going to just go right over those folds so I have an X on my page. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now we're going to make a line straight through that X middle spot to the other side. So right down the middle of our page. If your line is not exactly straight, it is not a problem. Turn my paper again, and I'm going to make again a line straight through that center dot. Done. This is the foundation for our spider web. So the spider webs are going to come in and loop in on the edge. It seems complicated, but it's actually not difficult to do. So I want you to just go slow, take your time. You can always pause the video, rewind, and that way you can make sure you know exactly what to do. If you're more comfortable starting this whole thing in pencil and going over it with a marker, do that too. Whatever makes you comfortable as an artist so that you can succeed. Again, don't worry if occasionally you make an incorrect line. Those things happen. So instead of starting from the center of my web and making my bumpy lines, I'm going to start from the edge. I find it makes it much easier. So all you're doing is between these two lines, I'm going to make a curved line. And that is as if the spider has spun its silk from this end to this end. And then I'm going to do the same thing, just a curved line connecting these two lines. Now, to make it easier, you might turn your paper as you go. Same thing, curved line to curved line, curved line to line. Now see, look, I missed a spot. I did not connect these two lines, so I'm just going to fix that. Even Mrs. Arsley makes mistakes. We're going to turn, and same thing again. Two bumps, little hills inside my lines. And I find that turning my paper makes it much easier because it starts to get complicated with all these different lines. Okay, so now we have our first row of our little spider webs in, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to leave a little space, leave a nice, finger or two, and we are going to turn our paper, make a little hill shape, line to line. And make sure your line bumps up against, that's where that spider has tacked on that web. Okay, and it's not going to be perfect, and that's fine. Spiderwebs are not always perfect. Okay, so let's do a couple more lines here. Little hills inside two lines, that's all we're doing. Turning our paper as we go. I like the way that one came out a little funky. I think that makes it look even more realistic. I think I'm going to do one more in here. And actually, friends, depending on how you're going to color your color wheel, I'm going to check to see if I have enough sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do one more. So we have 6 so that when we are coloring with our color wheel colors, we can get that color as well. All right, there's our spider web. That was so easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So now we are going to color our spider webs using our color wheel. So our color wheel is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. But you all already know that, don't you? And if this were the real rainbow, it would be red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Roy G. Biv. So I have gone ahead and pulled out my colors for my color wheel. Uh-oh, they got out of order. So I've pulled out some colored pencils. I need red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. So now I have all my colors that I need, and I'm going to color my color wheel by my spider web by doing these outside ones red, and then orange, yellow, green, blue, and my inside will be purple. Now, you could choose to do a whole section in one color. So you might choose to do red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and that's completely fine. But then you'll have 2 more that you can color any way you want to. So again, that's up to you. That's your choice. You are the artist. I am going to color mine so that it is red going into the center to purple. I'm going to go ahead and color now. Actually, I'll start the red to show you. And then when I color, I will speed up, and I will come back to show you, if you'd like to, add a spider to your spider web. Adding your spider to your spider web, you'll have 2 options. You can draw your spider right into your web over your colors, or you could draw a spider on a separate piece of paper, color it, cut it out, and glue it to your spider web. That's your choice. You are the artist. And you can make your spider have any kind of little extra additional things you'd like it to have, like a bow tie or a hat or some eyelashes, those types of things. All right, friends, I'm going to speed up and I will see you back here in a moment. Okay, friends, there we have it. I have finished coloring my red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, rainbow, color wheel spider web. So now I'm going to show you how to draw in your spider. So you can draw your spider on very simply. I'll show you on an extra piece of paper in case you want to cut it out and glue it down. Make any size spider you want. You might make a little spider, you might make a big spider. I'm going to make kind of a little one. So I'm just going to start with an oval shape. And I'm going to add in a head. I'm going to give my spider some eyes. I'm going to give my spider a smiley face. I might give my spider some eyelashes. And then my spider is going to have 8 legs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And my spider might have some spots, or it might have some zigzags. You decide. And if you wanted your legs to be more realistic, you could just add a second line. Oops. You could color your spider and you could cut it out. Okay, so that's one option. The other thing you could do would be to just make your spider right on your web. Let's see, I think I'll make mine in the yellow so it's easy to see. And this time I'm going to start with a head, and then I'm going to have the abdomen come over around there. Now my spider is going to be a little bit different because it's already colored, and that's perfectly fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And maybe this guy, since he's yellow, has a little stripe down his back. You decide. Okay? And there we have it. Our spider and our color wheel spider web. Have so much fun, friends. I can't wait to see what you make. Go ahead and take a picture and upload it to Artsonia for me. And until next time.